Yo, what's going on, peeps? We're back again with another vid. Today we got the preview for Man City v Spurs CARABOA Cup final, and you already know we haven't won a trophy since this was the last trophy we won. Funny enough, but it was the Carling Cup back then, and I believe it was 2009 or something. I think it was against Chelsea, and Jonathan Woodgate got the winning goal in extra time. Um, and as we know, form-wise, not great. Performances, not great. We've got some not so good results in the last few weeks, and we've also got some good results like we did against Southampton on Wednesday. And we know Man City got knocked out by Chelsea in the FA Cup. They were poor that day, but I don't expect them to be that bad again. This is their cup after all, and as we know, they played Aston Villa, went a goal down after 20 seconds, and after that, it was all City for the rest of the 90 odd minutes. Let's be real, Aston Villa never had a chance. It's only a matter of time before City turned up the heat and started getting goals, and it could have been more. I think they probably went a little bit easy. De Bruyne did get injured, so they might be without him, but we'll be without Harry Kane most likely. So we'll both have key men out in that game. And for me, if we play like we did against Southampton in that first half, City could be 2-3 up at half time, because they're a lot more clinical than Southampton. Just because they ain't got De Bruyne doesn't mean anything. He was injured earlier in the season and they were still smacking teams up. They've got Foden, they've got Gundogan, they've got Bernardo Silva, Sterling, even though he's not been great Sterling this season. They've got Mahrez, Jesus, even Rodri, they've got Diaz. They have got players in that team that could most definitely hurt us. So they're going to have to definitely be on job. We don't have that much players that can hurt them, but they've got a lot that can hurt us. We'll probably have Son, Bell, probably Lucas, maybe Lamela, but definitely Son and Bell. They're the only two outlets we have that can actually threaten this City team. But we've got to play the right way. We've got to make runs. On Wednesday, they weren't making any forward runs, making it hard for the midfield, so they had to go backwards, they had to go sideways, and then obviously Southampton pressing, end up conceding the ball and putting us at trouble. Now we can't do that on Sunday. These men need to step up and say, you know what, we haven't won nothing, and this team should be winning something. FA Cups, should have really been still in the Europa, should be winning some type of domestic trophy. This team is more than capable of doing it. Even though a lot of them are not good, the attacking threat we have, we should be able to compete and win trophies. Now, obviously, it's going to all come down to the team selection on the day, and obviously what's available. And if he gets it right, Mason, then we have a chance, of course. But again, it's if these players want it, if they turn up, and if he gets to line up right, makes the subs at the right time, not too late like Southampton. We need them earlier. If the game's not going well around 50, 60 minutes, make a change. Gotta be ruthless. I remember when Mourinho took Dyer off early against, who was it, Olympiacos? I think it was Olympiacos. It was someone in the, sure it was them, in the Champions League, and we went on to win that game because he was playing way too rigid, and they scored and he said, nope, this ain't working, change. Sorry, I know you're not going to be happy, but off. And he changed the whole dynamic of the game. And if that's what you have to do, sacrifice a player in order to win a trophy, he's got to understand that and he's got to respect that. And you're the manager, so you got to say, listen, this is for the interest of the team and the fans and the club. You got to come off. And if you don't like it, then tough. Either deal with it or get out. And a lot of players need to be out anyway, so that would probably just help get them out of the club. But for me, we got to win this, or at least have a goal. Am I confident we're going to win? No, because I've seen how City played against Aston Villa, and boy, if they do that against us, we're going to get battered. And we know we're going to have no possession, so when we do have the ball, we've got to move it and we've got to make them chances count, because City's going to have at least 80% possession, let's be real. They're just going to hug the ball, pass it around, move it through the lines. We ain't going to see much of that ball. So we're going to have to be clever and clinical when we do have it, and decisive, not backward, sideways, putting our defence under pressure. The defence can't cope with pressure. They can't even cope with just normal gameplay. How they're going to cope with pressure? So for me, Mason, obviously just come in. So him, Ledley King, Chris Powell, all of them need to put their heads together and think of the best team that can get us over the line and make us win a trophy. And maybe that will encourage us to go on and try and push for this top four. Now obviously Leicester won yesterday, so they've increased the gap, but again, we do have a tough run-in. If we're being real, we still have to pay Leicester, we still have to pay Sheffield United, we still have to pay Leeds, still have to pay Villa, so we do have some tough games coming up. So hopefully they can man up and make us fans proud, because they've not been doing great this season. So now's the time to stand up and be counted. So that's what we're looking for, and this is a big final now, because who knows when we're going to get to a final again. And if most of these players are going to be here, our star players, not the fringe players, star ones, Kane, Son. We know Bell's gone, not that it matters, but once Kane leaves, it's going to be just a domino effect. Son, Lamella, Dele, everyone's going to start rolling out and we're going to have to rebuild. So now we're in this final and we're here, we got to push and give it everything and try and get that W and lift up that trophy and bring some momentum and some encouragement to this squad, because they just look defeated most of the time. So I think this is what they need to boost morale. So fingers crossed they can get it done. But let's get into the 11 that I would go with, because this is a big game, like I said. And of course, we've got Hugo Lloris between the sticks. He saved us against Southampton and a lot of times this season. So he goes in, easy decision for me. On the right, Aurier, centre backs. I would like to see Roden and Alderweireld. If I don't see Roden, then I'd rather see Sanchez in there, or even Tanganga, but definitely not Dyer. And on the left, Reguilon, ahead of them, Højbjerg and Ndombele. And number 10, I'm going with Lamella, not Lascelles, so he was poor, so I'm going with Lamella. On the right, Bell. Up top, I'd like to see Son as a false 9. Actually, no, I'll do Bell as a false 9. I'm gonna put Son on the left and Lucas on the right. That's what I would do. So just to run through the team again: Lloris in between the sticks, Aurier on the right, Joe Roden and Alderweireld, if not Roden, Sanchez, and Reguilon on the left, Højbjerg and then Ndombele ahead of them, Lamella number 10, Lucas on the right, Bale as a false 9, and Son on the left. That's the team, and if that team's on job, I believe that's the team that will get the hands on the trophy, long-awaited trophy. So that's my team, that's the preview. Make sure you lot subscribe, make sure you lot comment, like. As always, make sure you lot wash your hands. If you can't wash them, sanitize them. Make sure you keep your distance when you're in the shop, so when you're about, on the train, bus, whatever it may be. And most importantly, make sure you wear your damn mask. And until the next vid, which will be on Sunday, I'm getting out of here. Peace.